Hello, and welcome to a very short video on a project management tool that we've developed to help manage project roles and responsibilities and get projects successfully executed that we've affectionately called ARDI. You may have heard of a RACI. A RACI is a really common acronym and tool used to help project teams manage work and decision-making authority to get a project done. I think we've all had experiences where we develop a project, we develop a plan, and we have projects, and we have goals, and we have activities, and then the execution of that really stalls, and that could be for a number of reasons. But often it's because we haven't really delegated the roles and responsibilities were critical for project completion out to individuals, and then there's no rhythm of accountability around that. RACI stands for Responsible, Accountable, Consulted and Informed, and it's essentially a decision-making matrix to help people understand the roles of stakeholders in project execution. We at Structured Creative have had a couple of challenges with this as a matrix, or as an acronym, which has inspired us to create a slightly different version. The few challenges that we had is that as a decision-making tool, responsible and accountable are around the wrong way. So accountability is the person who's ultimately on the line to make sure the work gets done. And the responsible people are the people who are more in charge of leading the delivery of the work. So we thought it was important to list these roles in an order of hierarchy around accountable and then responsible. Hence we have R, and I'm going to show you our acronym in just a moment. The other problem we had with the matrix, or as with the tool, is that it doesn't actually list who the doer of the work is. And I understand this is because it is a decision-making matrix, and so it kind of talks about the levels at which people have authority to make decisions and stakeholders. However, we kind of felt it was really important in establishing execution of a project and listing out roles and responsibilities, who's actually going to do the work. So we've included that in our matrix as well. So without further ado, our slight variation on matrix we have called ARDI. And we are going to be working with you and your teams for the projects that are in the planning cycle to be allocating out these roles and responsibilities for each project, starting with the person, and it's a single person who is accountable to the business and in some cases to the board for success of that project. And strategic decisions related to the project or initiative are made by this person. Then we've got responsible people, and this is one or maybe two people who are responsible for the day-to-day execution of the project or initiative. They make sure the work gets done within project constraints, they meet expected standards and within available budgets, and tactical decisions related to the project are made by these people. Then we have our D, which is our deliverer or our doer. These are the people for whom delivery of the project is part of their day-to-day role and responsibility. So we want to be allocating out who's actually going to be doing the work. They carry out the work of doing the key activities, and they may make tactical decisions relevant to the execution of the project, or they may have to escalate those decisions to the responsible and the accountable people. Finally, we have the I's, or the involved people. People who are involved in some way in the project. They may be consulted for their advice or their perspective. They may be included in some activities, but they have no decision-making authority and the project is not part of their day-to-day role. So these are more stakeholders on the periphery for which they will be involved or included in some way. And that's ARDI. So we'll be working with you over the coming weeks and months to allocate these roles and responsibilities out for your projects, and then helping you to establish a project rhythm and execution disciplines so that we can bring strategy to life.